Good evening, all. So today's conversation is the role of the mainstream news, in fooling you, the role of the mainstream news in fooling you, right? Um, my views being blocked on YouTube again, right? Uh, so big front page newspaper article, Happy Indian Arrival Day. Happy Indian Arrival Day, right? On Diwali Day. On Diwali Day. The day of the triumph of truth over untruth. The day of triumph of truth over untruth, which is what Diwali truly represents, For those who think, oh, this is a pagan festival, this is a devil worship, you don't want to eat people parasat because it's devil worship, you don't want to this video is not about attacking anybody, this is about bringing truths to the surface, right? You don't want to eat nobody parasite because you think it's devil food, you don't want to eat nobody praise food because it's devil thing, right? To have obia in that, to have people putting thing in your food, right? So this video is to clear up all of those misconceptions about what this day truly represents, to clear up the misconceptions regarding this day. It is simply the triumph of truth over untruth. And the truth that I'm bringing to light today, it is exactly what it is, the role of the mainstream media. The role of the mainstream media, newspapers, news, social media included, right? In bamboozling you, in fooling you, right? How ridiculous is it? And how unbelievable it is. To have now all mainstream outlets, just like governmental institutions, there's a hierarchy or a chain of command. There's a chain of command or hierarchy in every governmental state media institutions, right? How is it? Now, I know about this because I used to write letters to the editor and I was shut down. Right, I was shut down while I was working at the government. I used to write letters to the editors about improving the state of the country and so on. And I was shut down, calling to the permanent secretary's office, and they thought I was being paid for it. Just like how people thought I'm being paid for these videos here. They thought I was being paid, right, for pointed out certain sections. They pointed out certain sections of the Public Service Act, called me into the permanent secretary's office and pointed this out to me. And one of the things that was on that list was about not accepting money, right? Not accepting finances in order to talk to reporters and so on, right? Little do they know that I was doing these things out of the goodness of my heart, out of wanting to see improvements in my own country, right? I am simply wanting to see improvements in my own country, and that is the basis for me writing letters. I have never gotten paid for any of those letters that I've written, right? Just like I have not gotten paid for years ago when I wrote a Diwali speech for the opposition leader, right? That was before I embarked on this spiritual journey. That was before I embarked on this journey of spiritual law, and when I excluded myself when I still had some level of social conditioning in me, that I would say, hey, let me just do this. And it wasn't even about politics, it was about Diwali. It was about Diwali, which is a spiritual occasion, demarcating the difference between truth and truth, overcoming untruth with truth, right? That is the significance of Diwali, right? So in the past, yes, I would have written a speech for the opposition leader, right? That was years ago. Before I started this spiritual journey, this new spiritual journey, right? Which has nothing to do with politics whatsoever, right? This is simply a journey of truth. Now, so I was calling to the permanent secretary's office for writing letters to the editor, right? So, on the front page of the newspaper, right? Happy Indian Arrival Day, right? Happy Indian Arrival Day on Diwali, right? So this is just to clear up, to let Indo-Trinidadians know, right? Indo-Trinidadians know and Hindu people know, right? That all of these things are simply attempts, right? It happens right through. It happens right through the country, right? It happens right through, right? It is let everybody, but in particular the Indo community and the Hindu community in particular know. Because when people see certain things, and it's similar vice versa, right? When you see certain things on social media, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, whatever it is, and there's an attempt, right? There's a stirring of an ethnic division, right? So all of these things I'm showing you all what takes place, right? This video series on YouTube and here is an attempt to show you all, or to replicate what is being demonstrated in politics, what is being demonstrated in politics, and to show you how easy it is to manipulate you and to get you to get enraged, right? To get you to become enraged by situations which stir ethnic divisions, by situations which stir ethnic divisions, right? So I could come here, I could make a big whole scene, right? I could come here and make a big whole scene and create a big war, right? I could come here and create a big war on YouTube, right? I could come here and create a big ethnic war on TikTok, right? It's easy to do that. It is easy to do that. And this is what politicians do. This is what newspaper outlets do, right? It is what all the institutions that we have put our faith in. It is what the institutions we have placed our faith in. This is what they do, right? This is what they do. Stir ethnic divisions where there are none, right? So what I'm doing through my video series is to show you it's a mirror. It's a mirror in effect, a mirror to what the state does, to what the mainstream organization does, right? A mirroring of the behavior of these organizations to show you how these organizations keep you in a perpetual state of slavery, or not being able to extract yourselves from the condition of mental and emotional slavery, not being able to rise up from the state of mental and emotional slavery, right? And one of the ways that they do that on the Diwali day, right? So this is to tell people, this is to let people know in this community, right, that there is no point wasting your time on Facebook about this kind of nonsense, right? Now this video might never make sense because I'm coming here and talking about it, right? But this is to let people know to withdraw your attention, right, from this kind of things. Just imagine a front page having to pass through editor, graphic artist, proofreading, editing again, printing, had to pass through your supervisor, the supervisor above your supervisor, the supervisor above that supervisor, the CEO, to check it off, to go to print. Happy Indian Arrival Day on Diwali Day, right? This is what they do, right? This is what they do, right? So somebody from the news day need to come out and say what that really is about.